Hi, so today I'm gonna do a video that's a bit controversial, but it's an important video I believe to make. It's not, a speech that is based on hatred or a desire to control people's lives. It only comes from, a place of logic and compassion and humility, which is, I'm sorry to say, but something that people who eat meat lack very much. This is a video that is sort of a reaction to one of Freely's last videos in which she addressed some points that are not frequently addressed by vegans, even though I think these are thoughts that most vegans have had at some point or have, but it's something we never really talk about because we don't want to sound extreme. I want to spread the truth. I want to be kind and I want to be a figure of compassion, positive things, but I don't believe that in order to be positive you have to be indifferent or you have to be accepting of everything. I believe quite the contrary. If you want to do good things, sometimes you have to oppose to what's bad, and to oppose what's bad you have to recognize it's bad. I don't really believe in this absolute relativism. Basically, I don't believe in saying everyone's doing whatever they want. There's no good and there's no right because everyone's different and everything's subjective. No, I don't think so. So today I want to talk about something which I'm not really sure how to name. I don't really know, but it's something along the lines of the feelings and the thoughts that I have when people tell me, for example, oh, I respect you for being a vegan, but I could never do it, or I respect you for being vegan, so respect my choice. First of all, I want to say something, that very often people will blame vegans for brainwashing others or being extreme or trying to convert people or doing some sort of propaganda, and I think saying that is very, very stupid. First of all, I think it's stupid to blame someone for being passionate about something that is good. Like, you'd never blame someone who's passionate about helping children or helping abused men and women. You would never blame them for talking about that topic with passion. The only thing is, it's different for animals because there's speciesism. It's because people feel like they're attacked in their lifestyles and they don't feel like they want to change anything, and that's just being selfish. I'm sorry to say, but it's very selfish to think I don't want to change anything in my life. I don't want to renounce to any little bit of comfort in order to save someone else's life. It's also stupid to think that vegans are doing some sort of propaganda because it doesn't make any sense. I mean, how often on TV or in the street do you see ads for vegan or vegetarian products? How often do you see on TV shows or on radio people talking about veganism or vegetarianism? It's very rare. But how often do you see ads for meat, or the last burgers from McDonald's, or the last offer from KFC? How often do you see ads or spots to tell you how milk and dairies are important for you? Very often. People don't realize that they already live in a world of propaganda, but they're participating in this propaganda. They're completely fine with it. And when someone tries to say something different, that's propaganda. But that's not how it works. Propaganda is not questioning what's happening around us. Propaganda is what everyone is telling you to do, what everyone's telling you to think, what everyone's telling you to feel, what you accept without questioning it. It happens to be normal, but really, nothing's very normal when you think about it. You have to question everything. It's very rare that vegans decide to talk about their lifestyle first. For the time, it's gonna be animal eaters who are like, hey, so you don't eat meat? Oh, and why? Why did you decide to do that? Since when? Isn't it too hard? What does your family think about that? Blah, 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 blah. And when you answer very briefly, very gently, very politely, people get upset, people get pissed off. Then they carry on making, stupid jokes or being very disrespectful and making fun of basically eating a corpse, someone who has been murdered for them in front of you. But vegans are the bad ones. Why are we the bad ones? Because we speak the truth, and the truth sometimes is unpleasant. But it's your choice to stay on this side where truth is unpleasant and you are participating in this unpleasant truth. It's your choice, because once you've been educated, once you've been told the truth, once you've been shown the facts, the videos, once you've read the book, when someone has presented you why they're vegans, why you should be a vegan too, what's the impact on the planet or the human beings, animals, everything, on your health, you don't decide to go vegan. That's your choice. It's a bad choice participating in the murder of innocent beings, participating in the destruction of the planet we live on, participating in stealing the resources, aka water and cereals, from the people who are in need is bad. There's no way I could say that's okay to do. So I'm not saying people who do this are bad, and sometimes good people do good bad things, but honestly, the thing is that when you have been educated, you decide to constantly, repeatedly turn a blind eye to this kind of stuff. I think that makes you a bad person, at least in some aspects. And that's my opinion, and I'm not afraid to say it. Honestly, it just makes sense. Why and how could someone say that someone who decides to participate in the destruction of our planet, which is the only one we have to live, in the destruction of so many other human beings in the habitat or animals in the habitat, and why would someone say that someone who participates in the murder of innocent beings is a good person? How could you say that? It doesn't make any sense. And I also want to come back on this word of choice, because people say respect my choice and that's a personal choice. Well, I fucking disagree with that. How is taking someone's life a personal choice? You're not the only one involved. You're taking someone's life away. So there's no way it's a personal choice. You know, meat eaters are always like, it's my personal choice, let me be, as if they were defending some sort of freedom. Animal eaters, how are they in any way on the side of freedom? We're fed animals and animal products. And the industries and the lobbies still, you know, keep on pushing those products onto their lives, onto their minds, onto their carts. And they don't realize anything, or they choose to just ignore all of, you know, the warnings and the facts that vegans and people who care for the earth and animals and our health are presenting and showing them. How is that being free? How is that thinking by yourself? You're basically just doing what everyone else is doing. You're basically doing what your parents have told you to do. You've never been given the possibility to choose when you were a kid, and now that someone is giving you the truth and the facts, you're just ignoring them because you don't want to change your habit. How is that being free? How is that being an independent thinker? How is that even thinking? It's not. It's just, honestly, it's just being stupid. And it's not a personal choice because it affects my life. It affects so many people's lives, because the food and the water that you need to feed the cattle is not food and it's not water that people are going to get. Those people are in need, and we're like, okay, well, you should probably get this water and you should probably get these cereals as well, but you know what, I would rather much enjoy my piece of bacon and my burger that has been fed with those resources that you will never get, and too bad for you. So basically, people who eat animals are not only just cruel, I'm sorry to say, but cruel, and have no ethic whatsoever, because they're killing innocent beings which they don't need to eat in any way. Participating in the murder, in the rape, in the exploitation, in the slavery of innocent beings who can think and who can feel. But they're also taking resources from other human beings. They're portraying us vegans as people who don't like human beings. But if you like human beings, go vegan. Go vegan. How is stealing someone's food and someone's water a way to show some love? It's not. It's fucking not. And they're also destroying the only planet we have to live on. They're destroying the planet your children are going to live on. They're destroying the planet I'm living on. They're destroying the planet their neighbors are living on. But they are like, hey, don't tell me what to do. Their actions are having such a big impact on everyone else, and such a bad and harmful one, and they should not be, told what to do. Because they're so sensitive, you have to respect their fucking freedom. That's bullshit, and someone has to sometimes address that. If you're eating animals, you're destroying our planet. You're affecting me, you're hurting me, and freedom is important. Fuck yes, freedom is important, but freedom has to stop when it hurts someone else and when it prevents someone else from using that freedom. And not only are you doing that, but you're also threatening the lives of so many living beings. So no, I'm not going to respect your choice to eat animals. I'm never going to do that. I know it sounds harsh, but you have to understand that, the planet we live on is so beautiful. It's so beautiful, it's so great to have the sun and the clouds and to go to the beach and enjoy the forest as well. It's so beautiful to see how many different living beings there are on this planet, how many species there are, how many sort of trees and flowers, how different people are, how different cultures are. And basically that is being destroyed because some people don't want to evolve, some people don't want to hear the truth, and some people want to keep on eating animals. How is that acceptable? How could I not be frustrated when I see and think about that? How can they think that their life is more important? Not even their life, but their little comfort, their little pleasure is more important than the life of someone else. Be them human beings who don't have access to food and water, or animals who are being killed. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's something that frustrates me so much. And not all my friends are not all vegans by any means. My family is not vegan by any means, all of my family. And I love them dearly. But I'm never gonna, because I love them, tell them it's okay or I understand or accept what they're doing. No, I don't. I'm honest and I stand for what I believe in, and what I believe in is equality, compassion, and humility and love. And if you eat animals, You can never say that you're someone who stands up for those values.